Welcome to Reactions, Rants, and Rabbit Holes. Rollen Green. I'm, I guess, me, and you're you. And this is what we're going to do. Cody Dylan Brown. I picked up his card the other day. He was at the restaurant, the bar. He was out there at the Naughty Pines. And I thought that his set was a lot better than the attention he was getting from the crowd. I thought, it's the end of meat raffle. I think the weather was poor, to say the least, and so on and so forth. I had a couple moments where I got to go check out the set. At the end of this reaction, there'll be some reflections on the kitchen, the set, some video, but none of that's that good. So I thought we should just check out the artist first. Cody Dylan Brown, the man and his guitar, and actually I thought was very good. Y'all judge for yourself. Now I don't. We were talking about this. We're gonna David Allan Cole's The Ride. I heard, didn't get to hear enough of. We're going to check that out too, but the original's on the channel. And Charlie passed a while back now, but I still follow his account over on X. And it's a nice, I like it. And I thought, well, I'm going to cry about my kitchen and cry about the attention an artist get in it wasn't an empty room. I'm just a simple man with simple ideas. This all worked for me. And the rest is for you to check out. So, let's go.
No, hell.
Made it tight.
I ain't nothing but a simple man. Call me a redneck, reckon that I am, but this thing's going on, make me mad down to the core. Gotta work like a dog to make ends meet. There's crooked politicians and crime in the street. Now I'm madder than hell, and I ain't gonna take it no more. Tell our kids to just say no. Then some panty waist judge lets a drug dealer go. Slaps them on the...
Oh, Cody, you're awesome. I like it. And it sounds a lot better than, the nothing I could hear from the kitchen. So, first off, it's way better. Your recording is actually very good. I did not remember the song. I know the song, but I didn't remember the lyrical content at all. And I just put up some kind of opinionated stuff, or I'm going to put it up soon, right before this reaction. And so if you're interested, there's a rolling over to the crazy side of things. Has a couple interesting opinion-based rants. We'll go with that. But this is quite appropriate. I'm glad I forgot what it was actually about, because this channel likes this subject matter a lot. Believes long past the time the conversation needed to start.
No, then some panty waist judge lets a drug dealer go. Slaps him on the wrist and he turns him back out on the town.
To be fair, now our that side of things hasn't got much better, but I hear that the evidence is the just say no actually just increased drug use. It's like this. It's like the don't walk on the grass sign just gets people to walk on the grass. What did they think was going to happen when they said, no, just say no? Dare you to stay off, and then they list every drug they can go try. You don't have to believe this one, but I'm almost sure you could look it up. But all my opinions are for entertainment purposes only. It keeps it simpler that way. But it's a viral video. I think you can find it. The news report talks about where all the poison fentanyl was being sold, and because they gave the location, the amount of ODs and deaths and traffic to that location increased. So, as you show the young children everything they didn't know about, because it turns out, Billy and Jenny and Squirrelkin Spirits, furry kid, they didn't know about the ecstasy and the DMT and this and that. They hadn't actually crossed over to John Rogan podcast yet. They knew about weed. They knew someone who smoked it. That's where they were. And the gateway wasn't knowing the weed existed. It was the DARE program that laid out every aspect and every mood-altering substance they could actually stumble ass backwards upon. And then by creating the thought processes or vibrations or energies in them by saying, just say no, what they actually did was increase the likelihood that the right set of circumstances would get that child not to search out those things. Instead of stumble ass backwards into the weed, which, under the right circumstances could possibly free their minds and help them stop being enslaved by the control system that dared them to stay off the other shit. Thank you, Cody. You didn't do nothing. You just kicking ass on this cover, I think. But the song, picking it, not me not knowing it. My ignorance is bliss this time.
So just say no. Then some panty waist drugs lets the drug dealer go. Slaps him on the wrist and he turns him back out on the town.
I gotta free my mind.
If I had my way with people selling dope, take a big tall tree and a short piece of rope, hang 'em up high and let 'em swing till the sun goes down. Well, you know what's wrong with the world today? People done gone, put their Bibles away, and they're living by the law of the jungle, not the law of the land. Well, the good book says, so I know it's true. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You better watch where you're going. Remember where you've been. That's the way you see it. I'm a simple man. If I catch somebody breaking in my house, got a 12-gauge shotgun waiting on the other side.
Oh, then the channel talked about that because we went down true crime. We did some true crime content that got me all worked up because the individual had tried to get him to stop breaking into his home and stealing his shit, and nobody cared. Nobody cared till he did him in. But he was robbed so many times, he made sure he put him down like the animals that had been violating him. And I think that's where we're at in this discussion right here, is the will and the idea that at a certain point the line has been crossed. They don't get maimed and then treated and then glorified until all of their violations are the subject matter first, and everyone understands what garbage they were for violating the individual over and over and over. Then we can talk about how it doesn't matter. I don't care. It was just a crazy story because they found him guilty and they put him away. And he lost everything. And they took away everything that represented the memories of dignity and the achievement, and just took it all from him. But he was supposed to show mercy after being constantly ignored by the system. And there's that gray area. Now, man, it's a harsh sentence. But, I got railroaded. I did 3 times the amount of time that my partner in crime did. I get it. Sometimes life sucks. But man, what a great, this worked out better than I could have possibly hoped for the kind of content I was putting up today. So, honestly, I hope, as always, it's kind of Rollen Rex, our favorite song. So, Cody Dylan Brown deserves more respect than I'm giving. I would go down in the description, link to the original, maybe go give him a sub. Let's get him 3 or 4 subscriptions. Get him, if you like it, share it with one person. Say, man, listen to this dude. He's doing some covers that are awesome. And get him a couple, and that would be a lot better than, me ranting on his very first reaction. But I did explain I don't do, I don't know how to explain this to anyone. But this is what we do.
The other side.
Damn straight.
Don't go pushing me against my will. Don't wanna have to fight you, but I damn sure will. If you don't want trouble, then you better just pass me on by. As far as I'm concerned, there ain't no excuse for the raping, nor the killing, nor the child abuse. But I've got a way to put an end to all that.
No, that one's way too. So it turns out a actual horrific story was uncovered, and it appears to be disappearing because it's problematic for the power control system right now. And even someone, and I don't know, this could be AI, so just remember, they're all full of shit now because they let a computer make up fake stories for them. But if it's not, even a strong, a very opinionated left influencer, but he's in my feed constantly because he's got the nuanced take, even though it's the other side of the road. So you gotta see it all. And even this individual is like, wait a minute, why isn't anybody talking about this? And unfortunately, their counterparts, all the right-leaning influences, are like, yeah, because they're erasing it. It turns out your team doesn't want this to come out. But keep shilling for your team, as they are, they're actively protecting individuals engaged in this subject matter.
Don't go pushing me against my will. Don't wanna have to fight you, but I damn sure will. If you don't want trouble, then you better just pass me on by. As far as I'm concerned, there ain't no excuse for the raping, nor the killing, nor the child abuse. But I've got a way to put an end to all that fast. Just take them rascals out in the swamp, put them on their knees and tie them to a stump. Let the rattlers and the bugs and the alligators do the rest.
Oof, that's
Well, you know what's wrong with the world today? People done gone, put the Bibles away.
all right. Now I will say, if Charlie Daniels, lyrical content there, I'm not gonna argue in it. I'm just saying that's you're going biblical, Leave him out for nature tied to a stump in a swamp. It's one of the darkest ideas in a song the channel has had to talk about in a bit. Honestly, man, I would say Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth. Coheed has got, or a couple Tom McDonald lines that went unnoticed. But this is up there. This is some dark ass ideas, Charlie. I ain't pissing off Charlie. That's why I enjoy following along with some of his stuff. But damn, that's why I go with this for myself, because other people are slinging it hardcore sometimes.
I'm on their knees and tie them to a stump. Let the rattlers and the bugs and the alligators do the rest.
I would have tied up. You can't even do that.
Well, you know what's wrong with the world today? People done gone, put the Bibles away, and they're living by the law of the jungle, not the law of the land. Well, the good book says, so I know it's true. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You better watch where you're going. Remember where you've been. That's the way I see it. I'm a simple man.
Oof, I like that.
watch where you're going. Remember where you've been. That's the way I see it. I'm a simple man.
Now, I gotta believe that's a kick-ass cover. So Cody Dylan Brown, definitely I would, if that's your shit, go get him some love. Right? That's a first and foremost, because this just stays. I don't know how many views it gets, right? Because I don't have that kind of draw. That I've explained. But I do have these kind of opinion things, and now I bring up Mark Passio all the time. I want you to understand this is where it comes filtered. I gotta get it. Hey, here we go. That was cool. Cody Dylan Brown. Everything else is going to be way crazier than this reaction. And I'll be right back in a second for you and 15 minutes for me. All right. It took a minute. To finish off, I even made sure I checked. Passio. I was going to hop into a reference to Passio. And I brought him up many times. But it's the eye for an eye. And because I constantly reference natural law, I see things differently. I think a little bit. And I don't see an eye for an eye. The whole world goes blind. And that is a call for action. I believe that's the natural law. The other side of do no harm is you don't get a free pass on your transgressions. I would have got to defend myself. I think the problem comes into justice or revenge surrogacy when we pass it off onto others. But our natural law right makes it complicated, and then the amount of population, you get laws and rules and regulations. I'm going to digress, and we're going to move on because this was awesome, and we're not moving on from here. We're going over to extras and filler, and we'll come back to the food, but I wanted to, no, it's not, I admit, I was in a, hurry, and I walked through. The crowd is behind us, up on the next level. There's folks up there, it's not packed.
So you can get what's left of me. Yeah, you get what's left of me. She got the best of me. Yeah. Oh, she got the best of me. Yeah, she got the best of me.
Yeah. Nice.
Good call for you right there.
So, yeah, there's some that, and I thought the vocals were incredible. And I was like, well, let's get a little just capture some of this and bring them over to the channel and say, hey, Cody Dylan Brown took a room that wasn't it wasn't hostile, but he worked it like a professional, and I told him to his face. I respect that. It's come up on the channel many times. I've seen it firsthand. I watched it happen. I even played my biggest dick move is because of this, and I closed the kitchen and told a fairly famous artist to fuck off. Till you couldn't bring in 5 people, I ain't got to listen to you. Your name don't mean shit no more. Now, it's not saying that, this, the other. I'm saying artists having to play to less than a receptive rooms. And how do they weather that storm? Well, Miss Brown here, I thought kicked ass. Solid. I've watched a couple performers. They seem a little huffy up there. And I'm not rocking a boat. I think it's a paid gig. I know our band years and years ago, man, we played for almost nothing. They think they do better than almost nothing, but that I digress on. You'd have to talk to his management, link down below, that kind of thing. I don't want to speak out of turn. I'm the cook. Here, I know a little bit, but nothing about this. Just wanted to share a little more of the artist. He's got a hell of a voice. Anything on YouTube? And there in the background, old Rollen is pitching it, and that's why we're here. So I thought I'd share that with you. Now, went pretty long, so I'm going to hop around here quick. And this is only because there's a handful of individuals that'll watch everything. This is for them. Because I don't even like to exploit my own. I'm like, hey, roll it into the kitchen. It's another private video, blah, 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 blah. We don't need none of that. I'm not complaining. But I took a table of 12 the other day, and I realized here's a table of 5, I think. There is no room on the other side of that one salad to put another plate. That the printer, the black box up in the corner, is the edge of the table. So you get a table of 12. It's tough. But we continue packing them in that way. And just a last reminder that the channel put up a little Donald Sutherland. We did a reaction to all the bridges burning. All the burned bridges or something like that. It's kind of a catchy little tune. But I did go out and pick myself up Kelly's Heroes so I could get myself...
What the hell is that? His name's Otto.
I got 3 Shermans outside.
Yeah, what outfit?
Oh, no outfit.
Right now?
Nah, it's a lot nicer to... work as an independent operator, be able to get in and out of danger faster than just following orders. And the channel has a strong opinion on order following, for sure. But, what do I know? I'm just a simple man. Definitely not as biblical as Charlie Daniels. I really do no harm. Now, I agree with the subject he was talking about at the same time. And that one's dark. We'll leave it alone. But, certain crimes shouldn't be as forgivable as, harm and theft, and it's all bad. I'm just a simple man trying to do no harm and make up for any harm I may have done. Cody Dillon Brown, I do no harm there, man. He fucking knocked it out of the park, in my personal opinion. But I thought the dude was awesome. And, here it is, there it was, and now we're done. I will try to come back with his David Allan Cole in The Ride and not go a half hour. Well, it's 23 minutes, but yeah. Later.